Hello pals, God bless you. Hope you're having a good day and everything is going your way. Now, I've not done something like this before personally. It's something I've always wished that I had the gift for, and I don't claim to be any kind of prophet whatsoever. So let's just get that out of the way straight away. But the other night, a couple of nights ago now, I had this remarkable dream. It woke me up at 4 in the morning, and it was so vivid and powerful, and straight away I really felt like it was prophetic. It's quite a long dream, and I don't know which bits of it are scripturally sound or if some of it is just my crazy subconscious mind just filtering, as people say dreams are. But it was quite remarkable. Before I found Christ, before I was born again, I used to dabble in a lot of silly stuff, always with the best of intentions, always trying to get closer to God or an understanding of why we're here. I used to do astral projection and lucid dreaming practices, and I had some incredible lucid dreams that followed through into real life actually, and I can actually prove them. But they were weird and dark themed and strange stuff going on with them. I don't mess with any of that anymore, and I've repented for all of it. And I don't often get dreams that I remember. And when I do have dreams these days, I'll wake up and they're normally gone within a few minutes. I mean, that's being generous, a few seconds. But this one, as soon as I woke up, I knew I'd had to write it down. And I knew it felt important. Maybe it's not, but I wanted to explain it anyway because it had a really profound impact on me. So, it started off, I was in like a housing estate that I didn't recognise somewhere in the UK, and I was with lots of people outside, and people had their phones up, they were filming the sky, and there'd been talk about there being 2 moons, and people were really weirded out by that, and there'd been lots of talk about, no, you're just seeing the same moon, it's nonsense. But in the dream it had felt like it had reached a crescendo whereby people couldn't deny it anymore. There was 2 planetary bodies. You could see the moon and you could see something else. Now, in my dream, I think it was to the east, but I don't know, on this housing estate, like I say, with all these people I didn't recognise. I'd say tens of people out in the street, out from the houses, filming the skies on their phones. So I see this one moon, yeah, and it's our normal moon, but it's blood red. Quite powerful in its own right, quite unusual. I've seen photographs recently of blood moons that look quite similar, but I'd never seen a moon that looked this red. And that felt like it was over to the east, so let's just say that way for the sake of this video. I could see at that part where that, underneath where that moon was, it was light. It was like an evening. Whether that was light coming from this incredibly bright red moon, or whether it was the daytime, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so there's that moon over there. It's quite high in the sky. Could be the moon, but it's red. Then to this side, so kind of a lot more west, there was this, it was another red planetary body, and it started off quite far away, and at that point you could just see 2 planetary bodies in the sky, and people were saying, well, there's the moon over there, so what's this over there, what is this thing? And people were filming it, getting quite excited by it. So I got my phone out and I started filming it as well, making small talk with some of these people I've never seen before in my life. This thing starts getting closer, and as it gets closer, it's more like a planet in its own right. I can't say planet, it was a big body. It could have been an asteroid, I don't know. But it was bright red as well. And no, let me just reframe that. It was a dark grey rock, but it had like a blood red, is the word luminescence, shine to it, and there was red lightning, flashes of red lightning. It's like it had this incredibly thundery atmosphere, very dark, very glooming, very brooding, and the red lightning was just all over it. And it was awe-inspiring and quite terrifying. And as this thing got closer, the detail on it was phenomenal. And there was another thing going round it, orbiting round it, a smaller grey rock, and it was almost like spiked. It was incredible, and people were getting quite upset at this point. I wasn't upset, but I was quite amazed by what I could see. Anyway, I decided to go and film this, to get a video on this phone now. This phone was in my video. I decided to get a video of both of them. So I'm filming this one up here, and then I run off in the direction east towards the other one, so I can do a nice video just showing people, look, this isn't the moon, there's two of these things. I get to this house, and this girl opens a door and she says, come in, come in. So I go running into the house, and I run upstairs to the first floor, and she's beckoning me to a good vantage point. So I'm there and I'm filming this blood red moon, and I'm talking to these people about, you know, it's the end of the world. We're having a bit of a giggle about it, as you do. And then so I'm running around, there's other people in the house. I run back downstairs. Then at that point, the dream flashes into a sequence of other things. So first of all, I'm shown a scene where I'm in a kitchen and I'm with some family members, and I've been collecting water from springs recently. I've been drinking it directly from springs. I don't recommend that, but I'm still alive. It's 4 months down the line, I'd say. And I was trying to give some of this water to a family member that I had in one of my shouldn't use plastic, should use glass, plastic bottles. And I got this message saying, you can't give this to them, you can't, it's poisoned, it's bitter. So this was the message I was getting, and I felt like that message was coming from something divine. Don't give this water to anybody. It's bitter and it will poison them. Then I was taken, still in this person's house, I'm then taken to another series of images, where I see person after person in front of their computer screens, or in shops, or in banks, and they're being shown that their money's gone, and they're really panicked and stressed out. There's people in shops trying to buy things and they can't because there's no money in their accounts, and they're looking on their screens and they're freaked out. It's almost like they're on their online banking. And one guy, very specifically, he's there pulling out his hair and he's really stressed out, and I can see it's Bitcoin. And he says he has only £5 left of Bitcoin. He's going, oh, it's my life savings in Bitcoin. Then I see some other people's screens on their online banking, and it's saying they've got £5 left. So there's this repeating theme of 5, which was quite interesting. So then I get taken out of that. I don't know if that was linear or what, you know, that was like a dream within a dream. Then I'm back in this person's house. So I run out the front door, still filming, and I go and film this larger of the two objects. It's in the best vantage point is kind of like in someone's back garden, so I run down the side of their house by their fence, and I'm there filming it in their garden, and there's a lot of people doing the same thing, so it's almost like this person said, you know, oh, come and film the end of the world, it's fine. So I go in, I'm filming the sky. This thing is really close now, and the detail is phenomenal. And like I say, it's wow kind of feeling. Then I notice, and it feels like it's only a few miles away. I don't remember feeling any gravitational pull or anything like that, but it felt like it was a few miles away because the detail was just phenomenal, and there was bits of rock falling off it, but I just still didn't feel in danger. Anyway, there's this, it's like a space station, and it's up close to it, but more like a rocket shape. and it's propelling, and it's almost like there's people on this space station viewing this thing. So I'm looking up, I'm filming it all, like, wow, this is an amazing video, filming it all. And then this thing, it flies off up into the sky, up into space, and it disappears. This is where it gets a little bit weird, so stay with me. I turn to my left and I see this really freaky, it's like a drone, sort of like a sort of Spider-Man drone. But I don't mean Spider-Man as in the guy with the webbed hands, I mean like a spider-like drone. It's got a human's head, it's got a spider-like body, and it behaves like a spider, and I'm fairly sure it had like a scorpion tail. And it looks at me, and I can tell straight away it doesn't want me to be filming this. So I look at it for a second, and then that's when I actually think, wow, this is a bit scary. So I decide to run. So I turn, and this thing leaps up onto the wall of the house, and it's running along like a spider. But it's not of flesh, it's like artificial intelligence. It's like something you'd see out of some advanced Terminator movie or something. So this thing's chasing after me. I go running around the front of the house, and I run into the house, and I slam the door shut, and I actually felt the sense of guilt. Like, you've brought this thing to this family, it's chasing you. And as soon as I got into the house, I'm still filming on my phone, and I look down on my phone, and all of a sudden everything wipes on my phone, and this message comes up saying DOS attack. And a black triangle, very specific, a black triangle, DOS attack. And I'm aware straight away my whole phone's been wiped. All of the pictures I've taken, all of the videos I've taken of this crazy planetary body, asteroid, whatever it was, big red beastie thing, have disappeared. I realised this thing isn't chasing me anymore. And what I felt in the dream is that all it was doing was trying to make sure and wipe people's recordings of this. Then I'm taken up, and I can see all the people outside who have been filming this themselves, and the same things happen to them. DOS attack, I can see it on all of their screens, and all of their screens just go blank, so all the footage goes. Then at that point I just come to, like, with a jolt, and I look at my phone, and it's 4 in the morning, and I just start to write the dream out, and I did about 4 pages, and it's still vivid in my head now. This is a few days, maybe even a week after it happened now. And I can still see it, all the detail. And like I say, normally when I wake up from a dream, I see it for a few seconds. Anyway, could be something and nothing. I'm looking into it, and you know, I'm a man that views the world through scripture these days. I've been all around the houses of spirituality, and now I'm trying desperately to play catch up and learn the Bible and learn the deeper meanings of the Hebrew and the Greek and really understand it. And I don't want to put anything out there that isn't scriptural. I think there seems to be flashes of my dream that marry up, that tie up with elements of revelation, but I don't know. So like I say, I'm no prophet. I'm not trying to say, ooh, Jimmy, he's got this amazing dream because he's gifted, or nothing like that. Just, wow, this feels really important. This feels really powerful. And yeah, just thought I'd like to get it out there. So catch you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile. God bless you. Over and out.